Hi, and welcome back to the T&L Food Channel. Tonight we're going to show you how to sous vide steaks. We're using New York steaks that we got at Costco, and we've already seasoned them up. This is seasoned with kosher salt, fresh ground black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, rosemary, and thyme. And that's the way I like them. So, anyways, going to be making 3 of these today. We got our Anova precision cooker set up here, and we're going to get that up to temp and get it running. Basically, what this unit does is it heats up the water to a specific temperature that you set, and it will maintain the water at that temperature, and that's what slowly cooks your steaks. These steaks we're going to put in at 126 degrees for 2 hours. Okay, so our Anova's almost up to temp now, but I did want to say that we use a vacuum sealer. My wife can show you the vacuum sealer there. It's just a cheap one I got on Amazon. It actually works really well. But you have to vacuum seal these or put them in a Ziploc bag and then lower the Ziploc bag into the water so all the air gets out. That's important because you don't want it to float in the water. Like I said, our Anova's almost up to temp. It's got about 2.5 more degrees to go. And then we'll put these steaks in and we'll show you the rest. Okay, I just want to point out that this also circulates the water. There's a little propeller down here in the bottom that actually pushes the water. As you see the top, it is circulating the water. That is an important step with sous vide. You want the water constantly circulating at that set temp. And our Anova is now to temp, so we're going to go ahead and drop our steaks in and set for 2 hours.
Something else that's important to remember with the sous vide is you want to make sure the meat or whatever it is you are cooking with the circulator is fully immersed in the water. So sometimes it takes a little bit of twisting and turning and making sure it's all in there perfect.
You can get a rack that you can put in there, and that rack will actually keep it down, log it down in the water. We use a little trivet here at the bottom, mainly to keep the steaks off the bottom, again for circulation, trying to keep them a little spaced apart and stuff, to where you constantly have that circulation. You can still see the water is moving up the top here, so the water is circulating there. So, and we'll be back in 2 hours and we'll show you the rest. Okay, so our Anova went off. Our Anova precision cooker sous vide machine. It's been 2 hours, so now it's time to take the steaks out. And we'll start with mine. So right here is a fully cooked steak. It does not look like a good steak at this point, but it will. Rhiannon's. That's yours. This is Rhiannon's. We gotta remember this. I almost season them different. Okay, so we take our steak out of the plastic bag, and right now it does not look the greatest. It does not look like a steak, but just wait, okay? This will turn out looking nice in the end. First of all, we have to put it on some paper towels, and then we want to pat it dry. We want to get it as dry as possible as we can get it. That will help with the sear on it. There's a couple different methods to sear it. You can throw it in a hot cast iron pan and sear it up real quick. Another way is with a torch. We're going to use a torch today. This is basically a Burns-O-Matic torch with a propane tank. and a Searsall head put on there. If you do buy a Searsall head, make sure you follow the instructions to the T. You do have to get the thing ready first, season it. If not, it will burn out these screens right here on the end. There's another screen inside. Those screens help prevent what's called torch taste, which means your steak tastes like propane. Nobody wants that. So then we, now that we dried the steak, we put it over here on a rack. And I'm gonna get the last one ready, and then we'll come back and show you how to sear them. Right on. Okay, so here's our 3 steaks. We're gonna go ahead and sear them now. And I'm using the Searsall torch. And this is how you do it. I'm trying to show this.
So this is what the inside of the New York steak looks like. Once we get it all seared and cut open, you can see it's got a very nice pink color to it. It's a very nice medium rare. Again, that was cooked at 126 for 2 hours, and we're gonna go ahead and get the rest of our dinner plated up. We're gonna have some microwaved baked potatoes and some canned asparagus with this steak, and we cannot wait to eat.